Welcome to another episode of Nothing's Ever That Serious. We got a sign, and we got an Instagram Live.
We got Instagram Live. We on Instagram Live. We got how many people we got on
got
here?
like one, let me see. I can't even count that high.
Wow.
The room is full right now, so it says Nicki Minaj signed on.
Nikki, what's up?
Nicki,
what's going on?
DJ Khaled, blessings, word up. So we're getting a lot of good support.
I agree.
You know, we're growing. And we appreciate that. Continue to like and subscribe. Continue to share our stuff. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to recognize the people.
Let's do it.
I thought about each week we could recognize someone who goes above and beyond.
Okay.
You know, maybe they're liking and they're sharing our stuff. So I even went out. I went to Target.
Wow. Okay.
And I got a little hardware. So we went ahead and we already nominated somebody for this week. Okay. But each week we'll have somebody different. But this week it's
Samantha Carson.
At Samantha Carson. Let's go ahead and give it up for
greatly appreciated.
At Samantha Carson. I don't know if you can see that.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Really quick? I'm just curious what
what are the
how we kind of chose her, because I'm pretty sure I saw Drew trying to get into her DMs earlier. He sometimes he forgets to log out of the Nets podcast.
Whoa.
So he'll start flirting with girls on the Nets podcast, and I'm logged in too. So
okay, all right.
I don't know if there was that was a little unfair, but
there's no.
So this is a play. You're trying to gain an advantage. Okay.
No, this is for all Nets supporters.
Right.
It could be
support.
It could be people of all walks of life. Male, female,
right,
non-binary. Anybody. We welcome all.
Cool.
Can any of us win?
That's dope.
Are you sharing and liking
I'm
our
not,
stuff?
but if I know that I'll get
one
acknowledged for it, I might.
Okay. So let's go ahead and we're gonna sign off the live. You'll have to come back.
I see laughing faces. Was there a joke?
What type of support she give? Oh, this was a genuine thing that I was trying to do.
Pretty heavy.
Because I'm trying to, I put a lot of time into this podcast.
I see.
All of us. And it is meaningful to me when
people acknowledge the work.
When people acknowledge the work. Exactly. And she just happened to be someone who was acknowledging the work, sharing our stuff. And a lot of people are doing that, like my cousin.
For sure.
Your cousin, Mike.
Yep.
Kemp. Now, Kemp is turning this into, I feel like he's projecting.
Okay.
It was a joint decision.
Okay. It was a mutual.
It was mutual. And even if there is any truth to the lie he was telling, this is a genuine gesture.
Okay.
From us. Each week we'll continue.
Is she on right now?
No, I don't think so.
Wow, and we're giving her a trophy.
The room got full. Yeah, let's give it to some. Let's
do some.
Yeah, let's do somebody different.
Let's do some roulette here.
Hold on. Who we got? We got Mama to. All right, Karen. Let's do.
You just got yourself a trophy.
And we'll edit this out. We'll edit that whole first part out. All right. Welcome to the Nets podcast.
You restarted.
We're here to acknowledge people who support us.
Fan interaction.
Yes. We're a very engaging podcast. So I got a trophy, but at Karen, we appreciate her support. We're gonna go ahead and sign off on the live. Thank you guys for signing in and engaging with us. Maybe we'll do more of that. So y'all go ahead and have a good night, and we'll see y'all next time.
Be safe. Happy Friday.
Yeah, I want to continue to grow this podcast.
Agreed.
And I was thinking that we could do a campaign.
You running for president?
The Nets for president.
Yeah.
We got to hit the road.
What do you think we should call it? Well, yeah, what should be our, because we had our belief that there will be change. And that's a bad Barack Obama impersonation. And then Kemp's, the one that Kemp really appreciated was Make America Great Again. That was Kemp's guy. So as we hit the road for the Nothing's Ever That Serious, we need a slogan of our own. But if you can't think of anything off the top of your head, we're going to hit the road. That's the important thing.
The road to, what are we getting to? Is there a benchmark?
Yeah, there's a benchmark.
Okay. What is it?
1,000 YouTube subscribers.
The road to 1K.
1K.
The road to 1K.
$1,000.
Where are we? Yeah, the road to $1,000.
The road to $1,000. I like
stack.
that. Road to one stack.
Road to a stack.
Versus a stack. Then it's a brick.
Okay.
Trying to get those honey buns.
Is Tyler Kemp back?
Trying to get those honey buns out here.
Okay.
You sounded real familiar to a previous guest of ours.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of him.
What was his name?
He was a phenomenon.
Yeah. Whatever happened to that guy? I think after that last call.
Hope he's okay.
Yeah, after that last call. It got a little personal.
Yeah. It got a little messy there, but we ended nice.
Yeah.
I hope that they need to see that one though, because if they haven't seen it, every time we say Ricardo,
well, that's what makes them go back.
Okay, I was about to say, because y'all need to know, man. Right. That was a funny episode.
Yeah, make sure you're keeping up with the episodes because we do a lot of callbacks. So funny things that happen on previous episodes, we bring them back up.
And a lot of these are from different stories and just different
Like
episodes.
If you haven't watched the Devon Franklin, that's one of the best episodes, but has the least amount of views right now.
We need to change that.
Yeah, because right now I think it's only at, do you have it pulled up? It's like 92K. And the other ones are like, the other ones are viral. So we need to get some, tag Devon, a matter of fact, tag Devon Franklin. Go watch that episode. Ooh, you know
92K,
what?
man, that's real low. That's the only one under 6 figures.
Under 6 figures. Yeah.
Dang.
But that's kind of like the theme of our podcast. Nothing's ever that serious.
It's not.
Can you think of a time in your life where, maybe it was a little bit more serious?
Yeah.
And there was a turning point.
It was in the 5th grade.
Okay.
When the 5th grade came, I moved. I was at a brand new school.
Right.
So I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. So when I was younger, I had braids. You see how that worked?
I was laughing because I was picturing it in my mind.
I was smooth. So I go in there, I got my braids.
Right.
First day was actually good.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was supposed to do my hair that night. Something happened to where she couldn't do it, but I already took it out. So I just had an afro. I thought nothing of it. I went to school the next day. As soon as I got in class, everybody laughing at me. But this is not like laughing with you. This is like children, malicious, painful laughter. I was like, I don't understand why, but I didn't know nobody. So, so they was killing me.
Right.
And just being that I was out of my element, it kind of got to me a little bit.
Right.
I was still learning myself. So the only way I knew how to express that was crying, because I didn't know.
In 5th grade?
Yeah.
I cried yesterday, man.
And there's nothing wrong with crying. I ain't cried in a long time, but at that time, I was like, dang. So I just cried because I didn't know how else to, because it was the whole class. But that kind of traumatized me. So that day I went home, I told my dad to cut all my hair off. So I had 3 different hairstyles the first 3 days of school. I came back to school with clean everything off. So I'm like, I'm good. Because what they was laughing at me for is gone.
Right.
They laughed even harder. They was killing me. This went on for like months. It got to the point where my mama used to have to come eat lunch with me. Just so I can like calm down and go through the rest of the day.
I can't even laugh.
I want you to laugh.
I'm feeling kind of bad for you a little bit.
But the reason why I could look back and be so transparent with it is because I knew that it was getting to me just because it was new surroundings. Because when I go home, all we did was joke.
Okay, I got you.
And when I was around my friends, all we did was joke.
Right.
But you knew there was jokes. At school, it was like everybody was against me type thing.
I got you.
So after that, I went home and I was like, what I'm going to do about this? I got a composition notebook out of my book bag. Right. And I went and sat in the corner of my room. I just started writing.
Okay.
I was writing jokes for everybody. I'm picturing everybody's face. Pages By the time I was done, it looked like a web diagram because I would write a joke and a rebuttal to the joke in case they said. Okay. I was like, okay, so if they say this, I'm gonna say this. Mm-hmm. I stayed up that night rehearsing it, like walking back and forth in my room with the book. Right. So I'm all gonna read from the book. Mm-hmm. I was so prepared that I don't remember getting to school. I went to bed and I was just in class.
Right.
I was a smart kid. The teacher asking us questions. It get to me. Right. I answer the question. No problem. She didn't even get to finish.
Right.
Bing. Next girl get the question right. And then it get to the girl who be starting to,
Right.
She said her answer and she got it wrong. And the teacher was like, no. And I said, how you ain't know that? Because now I'm feeling myself.
Right.
Man, the way she looked at me, bro, like, she looked worse than me. She was looking so bad. I was like, God dang. And I actually started feeling bad for her. I'm like, man, but I still got all these jokes.
Right.
She looked at me and then, like, her eyes started watering up. I was like, man, I'm going to still cook her, though. And she put her head down on the desk, and I was like, God dang it. I couldn't do it because she was already done. She was defeated. And so I never said the jokes, yo.
You never said any of the jokes?
None of the jokes. Because just off of me making her feel stupid, she, like, just disappeared, bro.
Cool. So
I'm disappointed, man.
Are you?
You got a platform right now. I say you just
yeah.
Let's call them out.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Remember their names?
All those people ended up being good friends of mine. Later on in life.
Okay.
These are cool people. One of the dudes is one of my best friends.
Man, bump them. Let's go.
All right, come on, let me hear it. Desiree.
You was close. Her name was close to that. But
how did that translate into you not taking things serious?
Right. So
it sounds like you took it very serious.
After that whole experience, especially when stuff like that happens,
right?
I don't look outward first or look inward. I'm like, how could I have? What adjustments can I make?
But they were wrong.
They was right.
For clowning
I was
you?
probably looking wild, and it's like, even though, and nobody knew me. So even though it's not fun.
Okay, I can see that perspective, yeah.
That's the way I chose to look at it.
Right.
Because I wasn't looking at it like, dang, yo, they hurt my feelings. I was like, this shouldn't be getting to me, but I need to figure out my way out. Right. So after that situation, even though I didn't unleash on them, that was probably for the best because I had some.
That's pretty good jokes. To get that in 5th grade.
Yeah.
To be that mature.
To be that mature, yeah.
So after that, I was like, one, nobody ever gonna make me feel like that ever again.
Okay.
I done already felt the worst.
Right.
So ever since then, every situation I hit, I was like, let me find out what's funny about this because I don't ever want to get like overly serious about it type stuff. I can be serious, but.
That's crazy because your hair was looking dumb on set the other day. But I didn't want to say anything. But if I had knew that.
This is the thing.
Because you usually wear a hat.
Even though I let them off the hook,
right.
I will cook anybody today. That's the rule.
Okay.
I let them live.
Right.
Anybody else will die for their sins.
Forced by fire.
I don't save nobody no more. So
right.
For you, because initially how we got into this was we randomly worked on a project, but we were talking about how we go into bits in real time.
Right.
Me and you understand that. But if somebody's there, they be like, I don't know if y'all serious. Blah, blah, blah. And then eventually, when you go your separate, I go my separate, people in our lives be like, I can't tell when you serious, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So that's kind of how we came up with the concept. When did that start happening in your life?
I talked a little bit on this podcast about that experience in school where the girl didn't choose me.
Yeah, you talk about it a lot.
Right. So
it's still with you today.
Right. But I think
about the girl who you liked a lot.
I think
had many attempts that didn't work.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about?
Yeah.
The girl that broke your heart all those years ago. And it's lingering to this day.
And you asked me
in a pathetic fashion.
And you kind of asked me to elaborate on it.
Yes.
And I didn't really want to talk about it that much because I'm like,
it hurts.
No, it's just like nobody cares. Get over it.
No, we care.
But I think maybe I will.
Okay.
But not this episode.
Oh.
But I will say
he teased y'all.
Yeah, maybe I'll do a whole episode where I kind of explain.
That's what we'll do.
Deeper.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'll say that had something to do with it. Similar to you, it was kind of like looking inward and being like, all right.
You learn to laugh at yourself.
Right.
Your own L's.
Yeah.
I was able to. Now I'm not afraid to fail.
Right.
I'm like, oh, I look dumb.
That's bad. Right. It's like she doesn't like me. What's wrong with her?
Mm-hmm.
But
now I'm like, it's
she doesn't like me. Yeah. It's me. It's like, I started to see the real reflection in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to kind of mature. But also, I will give you something this week.
All right.
Because I think it also kind of is a reason why I don't take things too serious.
Okay.
And it was before high school. It was before like any of that happened. I probably was about the same age as you. It was about 5th grade. And our school was having this it was a fair. And they did it every year. They set up like in the gym, and they would have like all different types of foods. Okay. And then they had like stations where one year they had a goat, so you could like pet the goat. And then outside they had like the bouncy house and all that kinds of stuff.
That's dope.
But it happened on the weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was on like a Sunday. So it was outside of school hours.
Okay.
And so during the week, you got to see them setting up.
Mm-hmm.
You're
getting hyped.
You're getting hyped.
Right.
So, we're looking forward to it all week. My mom had to work.
Mm-hmm.
I think I talked about this on...
Did he go to sleep? Oh, my
God. Wow, I'm about to pour my heart out, and Kemp is snoozing. Is this boring, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh man,
I'm looking forward to this fair.
Was there any more of that coffee bean?
Kemp fell asleep during my story.
I didn't fall asleep. I was about to fall asleep. It's too different. I had enough respect to keep myself up though.
It's about
for you.
It's about to get good. But I'm gonna
hold on, wait.
No, I'm gonna finish the story.
You know when you heavy falling like this, and you're like, no, stay up.
Pass me up. You need some for real, Kemp? If you pass me the cup.
I don't care. I'm gonna finish my story. Y'all can laugh if y'all want.
Let me regroup.
Nah, you're not regrouping. So we're excited about this.
Hold on.
Nope.
I was enjoying the story, bro. It was just hilarious.
So I told y'all on previous episodes that my dad left when we were real young. So,
let me, because I shouldn't be laughing at this.
Yeah, my dad left. He didn't want to be a part of our family anymore.
Oh, man.
So he just walked out.
It's weird because he met my dad once and he tried to hug him.
It is. I'm longing.
Like, hey.
I'm longing.
Hey, brother.
He was like, my dad tried to shake his hand. He went in for a hug.
I was like, father? Hey. Yeah.
He said, my bad.
Don't ever.
That's deep rooted pain.
And that's serious. I don't want to make a joke about that.
Right. And so
that was funny though that you met his dad. And
right. And I just I wanted that fatherly love.
Right.
But instead I got rejection from my dad. But it just so happened that he had been in town like that week. As a kid, you don't know why.
Right.
He leaves and he comes back sometimes.
Right. Okay.
But like as you're older, Kemp does this with a lot of his women where he'll like
check the temperature every now and then.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll check in. He's out. He's got one foot out.
Right.
But he'll come back. So I think that's what was going on.
Okay.
Maybe they were trying to work things out.
Yeah.
Relationships are hard, and even though you got kids, maybe you want to try to like work it out for the sake of the kids.
And at this age, we can tell more.
Right. At that time, I didn't know.
Exactly.
All I knew was like he's gone sometimes. He comes back sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
He's in town. We're excited about this fair. My mom has to work. Boom, solution. He's trying to step up for for being absentee.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, oh, you know what? I'll take them to the fair.
Okay.
Sunday comes. And we're like, what time are we going to the fair? Dad says, I'm gonna run to the store real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be back, and then I'm gonna take y'all to the fair.
Okay.
Fair starts about 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Dad leaves. Check the time. 11 o'clock. Running a little late. We might miss the pony. But he said he's gonna be back, y'all. We looking out the window. It's 12 o'clock. They got food there. I'm a little hungry. We don't got nothing in the fridge. We got we We got some taco shells. I was really looking forward to all the different types of food here.
Right.
1 o'clock. Now I'm getting nervous because I think this thing ends at like 5.
They deflating the bouncy house at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
They only had, the school. It was a low budget school.
That's right.
So they could only have the bouncy house for a couple hours.
You cross the stuff off the list. Okay, no bouncy house, but they still got the goats. The goats usually stay to the end.
The goats stay to the end.
Okay.
So now we getting nervous. We kids. We're like, where could he be? Where's our dad? We going outside asking neighbors like, have you seen our daddy? He's supposed to take us to the fair. This is not. I'm laughing to keep from crying.
It's a sad story
because it still hurts.
But the fact that y'all campaign in the neighborhood, like they was gonna just be like, oh yeah, he right here playing cards.
Right.
Because randomly I'll catch Drew just staring out the window and I never knew where it came from.
I'm still waiting for him to come back and take us to the fair. To this day.
Longingly staring out the window, yeah.
To this day. So 2 o'clock hits. Now we're in panic mode.
Right.
This is
because when is the end time for the
like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Yep. We know that. And
because even around noon, 1ish, you like I could get there and still enjoy myself. Mm-hmm. But you said it's 2?
Yeah, now it's like 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So now we're past like staring out the window. Now we're getting emotional. We're crying. Right. We was looking forward to all our friends are there. The goats are there. Mm-hmm. They had this jail where you could pay because you had tickets and tokens. So you could pay like 2 tickets to go arrest Kemp and put him in jail. And then you had to pay a ticket to get outside. I had a couple shorties I wanted to put in jail. I wanted to lock him up. So we had no way to reach him. Okay. We could call my mom. Okay. But it was she told us only to call in case of an emergency.
Okay.
In our eyes, this was an emergency. But
I agree. I agree.
What we found out later was one of our friends had called her at work. I was like, where's your kids?
Oh, okay.
Why aren't they at the fair? Dang. And she was like, they're not there. Our dad was supposed to take us. And she was like, oh, okay, man, let me go get them real quick.
Okay.
So she comes, she picks us up, and, we got to enjoy the last hour of it.
Okay.
So we
better than nothing.
Better than nothing. We still got food, people knew us.
You pet your goat? You said you pet your goat?
Yeah, I got to pet the goat.
That's all that mattered.
The bouncy house was already deflated, but I got to jump on just jump on the deflated bouncy house. They were
you just jumped around
it. Yeah.
Bounce out.
Right.
Dang.
And that's what we did. We just tried to make the best of it. Like they were like, we already took the water out the Dunkin' booth.
Right. Even though we being funny, that stuff that's stuff that we really used to do. Like,
no, I'm being serious.
We did what we could with stuff that was
y'all were dunking each other in
an empty tank.
He twisted his ankle with
Like, it's funny, but I'm being serious. Like,
I know what you mean.
We threw the ball, and they already had drained the water because, literally, they're packing up the food in the to-go trays.
Because when you young, you can make fun out of anything, especially if you have access to stuff that you usually don't.
Right.
So I could see y'all just still doing that.
And we definitely weren't gonna be like salty that we missed the first.
Y'all been wanting to go
7 hours. We wanted to go. It's like make the best of the last hour. You probably forgot. You probably forgot already.
We here. Let's do it.
We here. Yeah. I think from that happening, it kind of taught me, like you said again. I looked inward. I could have looked at that like, man, that's disappointing. When I stressed to you, like, we wanted to go to this fair.
In 2021, I could feel the energy from 1980. What was it? From back then.
Right.
And so I could tell that even now.
So, like I said, I don't know if it's the bang or if I'm still feeling emotional just telling that story. But I think from that day, I realized that, you can't take things too serious.
What part of that did you look at, though?
Just overall life. Okay. Because it was everything. That fair was everything.
Okay. So afterwards, you was like, we was really
bugging about this fair.
And then after what happened, you looked at yourself like,
I can't put like
there you go. Okay.
I can't put what's the word? Hold on.
Expectations.
Yeah, it was just like, I couldn't put expectations on things. Like, I don't know what other way to word it other than, I just stopped taking things serious. Like it was
you took control away from somebody else having the ability to.
Or now that I'm thinking about it, I probably turned pain into humor.
Right.
Okay.
That's a version of it. Yeah. Same. Yeah.
Because maybe I really was hurt.
So would you say it's more so, like, was it just that one instance, or was it like disappointment from that family dynamic, like, period throughout your life?
I never really addressed not having a dad around.
Right.
Okay.
It was just kind of like he wasn't there, but it wasn't something that I let impact me.
Right.
Until I got to college, and then like you were saying, we had our friend group, and we would roast each other.
Yeah.
And we had one guy who his parents they were from Africa. Mm-hmm. So, his dad would come to the games.
He's a former teammate of yours.
Yeah, he's a former teammate of mine. Mm-hmm. And you know how your parents like yell at the referees
sure.
and stuff. So he was like, he's in the lane, 3 seconds, he's in the lane. So, I'm not making fun of his dad.
Yeah.
That's just what his dad would say to the refs.
Oh, okay.
To let them know that it's our ball.
Right.
He's in the lane. So, like I said, but he was our friend. He was probably my first friend in college.
Okay.
So we were hanging out, but then our friend group grew.
Right.
And like I said, we used to roast each other just for everything.
For kicks, you know what I'm saying? That's just what you do.
So I remember one time we would we were all going out. That was a big thing, roasting each other's outfits.
Number one. Number one.
You gonna wear that?
Right.
Gonna wear that? But we knew that someone roast your outfit, you roast something back about them.
Mm-hmm. But it's never personal.
It's never personal.
Yeah.
He's from Ghana. Mm-hmm. He doesn't know.
Oh.
So we're like, it was his turn to get roasted. Mm-hmm. And so he came in with like, a fit that wasn't it.
It wasn't it. Okay.
It wasn't it. And I was like, are you real? I'm roasting. I'm like, you gonna wear this to the party? It's a big party. Mm-hmm. And he is, he was like, this is why your father has left you. This is why your father has decided to leave the family. The
delivery.
So, if I hadn't learned from a young age not to take things seriously, that would have really got to me, because like I said, I never addressed the trauma from that. So he since apologized for, saying, and we got on him for that too. We was like, yo, he comes at because he was getting everybody. He was like,
he meant that too.
He meant it. He was like, this is why your family is poor. But yeah, shouts out to.
That's not funny, man. I'm sorry. That's not funny. He shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
And I'm not laughing at your misfortune or his. It's
right.
Just, oh man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry, man.
Like I said, he since apologized for taking things personal. He had to learn that you roast a little bit, your outfit. I roast a little bit, but I was saying like I had to learn that or I would have took that personally.
Yeah. That would have hurt.
That would have hurt.
You say stuff like that because you just appreciate that they are being themselves.
Right.
Like if you get on somebody's outfit, I don't really expect you to change. I'm just like, we just being funny. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And
that was the thing too. Like, did I answer your question? You were saying like,
was it the dynamic or
was it the family?
That instance.
Yeah.
That
I don't know if you did.
Okay. Yeah, I think in a way you were getting there.
Like I get. You kind of indirectly answered it and said you said you had daddy issues.
Yeah, right. You basically said if it wasn't for that, other stuff that happened to you later on would have affected you.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. So yeah, shout out to the deadbeat fathers out there.
Shout out to the deadbeats. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
right.
Sometimes you end up okay. Actually, a lot of times you do. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out.
Shout out to all the fathers who are no longer here.
Oh, however though, Guru,
what's up?
you also have a unique view on life. Was there a turning point for you, kind of to where you was like looking through life through a normal lens ain't gonna work for me? I'm gonna have to make it right, more interesting for myself.
My story is kind of similar to yours, Jay. Okay. As far as like being in an environment where everyone's always roasting and coming at you and things like that. However, I was a little different than you. I don't feel like I fit into that environment. Like I didn't know how to necessarily retort and come back and do all those things. So if I was the brunt of the joke, I just took it.
Dang.
There was this one kid in my neighborhood. His name was
Charles, man.
Charles.
Come on with that, bro. I already know you on some BS.
So my head actually has a little small dip in it, right? It's like very small. That's just the shape of my head, right?
Okay.
It's funny because you both know I had an afro for a long period of my life. That's honestly
because of the cashew head.
So it's funny you say that. This is where this is going. So Charles randomly one day just start going in on me about my head.
Charles, man.
And he was like, yo, you got a peanut head, all this stuff. We're going to call you Peanut, right? And he just start calling me Peanut. And everybody in the neighborhood caught on to this and start calling me Peanut. So there was Peanut, there was Cashew, there was
they going through the spectrum of peanuts.
There was Mr. Planners.
You know, it's funny.
Y'all ever seen The Proud Family? They call me Genome.
Cause that Proud Family, that's effed up. Cause the little yellow dudes.
Yeah, they call me the Genome. They be like Genome. And there was this one kid in the neighborhood who was like 2 years older than me.
Okay.
Keith.
Charles and Keith.
Keith he was cool with everybody, but he was like that teddy bear type guy who everyone just loved. He loved on everybody.
Okay.
Right. And he kind of took me under his wing. He was like, yeah, I got you, Peanut. Because he said, Peanut, that's a cool nickname. So now everyone in the neighborhood saw the way Keith was using the name Peanut, and they all flipped it.
Okay.
And there was this whole street I grew up on, and the entire street, the street is long. It's like a huge street. Everyone on this street started to call me Peanut. And it's funny because the way my school was set up is around the school, there was more of like a white student population. And in our area is more like a black school population. And just because of, it's the truth. So a lot of the black students weren't in like kind of these honor classes and things like that. So I'd be in a lot of these honor classes with more of the population.
So
should I say that about race, or should I just say there was two different populations? I got you. So
yeah, I don't know if race necessarily had a
I know a better way to say it. Yeah, I know a better way to say it. So the way the zoning worked is
black kids are dumb.
I'm not saying that, but that's just how it was set up. Most of the black kids just didn't care.
Ernie.
They just dumb, Ernie.
They're just dumb.
My bad. Okay, good.
Right, go ahead.
And it's funny because I would be in those classes. They would all call me by my government. And then I'd literally walk into the hall, and I'd be walking through halls with them. And they'd be looking at me crazy when all the other kids would be like, yo, Peanut. They'd be like, who are they talking to? They'd be looking at me. And then Peanut became this really cool, figure. So everyone in the street started to come up with rumors about Peanut. And they'd be like... Literally, they'd be like, oh, no, Peanut's a ladies' man. Oh, no, Peanut does this and that. And it got to this point where...
Urban legend.
It used to worry me because I'd be like, there's so many things being said out here that I'm not even attached to. So one day I was walking through the hall, and I bumped into this guy. And he turned around. He got so pissed. He got in my face. He was ready to fight. He was ready to throw hands. I'm standing there like, oh, my gosh. Like, I ain't ever been in a fight in my life. This dude coming at me. And then there's this other kid who, he was known for doing some shady stuff. He was in some gang activity. He used to do all this crazy stuff. He literally, sees this going on. He kind of runs over there real quick, pushes the dude away from me, gets in his face and says, do you know who you're talking to? That's Peanut. And in my head, I'm like, yo, chill. I don't need your cosign, please. Like, I don't want that cosign. Right. But he was like, you don't talk to Peanut like that. Whoa, you lucky I don't let Peanut come over here and do his thing.
So you had a reputation to live up to.
And I'm just standing there like, oh my
At this point, you got to embrace it.
Right.
So like crazy things like that would happen all the time. And literally he turned around, dapped me up. I got you, Peanut. I know you can handle yourself, but don't even worry. You don't got to worry about that. And Peanut became like you said, this urban legend on the street. And it's funny, if I go back there to this day, most people on that street don't even know my real name. But I think that moment kind of really helped me to like realize that like all these things are what you make it. Like I don't, because obviously at first I took that nickname as like such this negative thing, right? And it was weighing me down, and it was just like I couldn't stand it. Like people would call me that, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it would just hurt me to my soul.
Like the shell of a peanut.
I feel that.
And even when they first started to use it as just a normal nickname, it killed me. And then Keith just completely flipped it on his head, and that was one of those things that taught me like this cool dude who just took it with stride, right, and just put so much positivity on it.
It's shout out Keith, by the way.
All of those stories were like pretty traumatic. Like
in his own way.
In their own way. Yeah. You know, have you ever found yourself in a situation where you don't know how you got into that situation?
Yeah, I think you wander into that every now and then.
Yeah, and you're kind of like embarrassed or ashamed, and you don't really know how to get out of it.
Okay.
You know, not too long ago, found myself on the news for a situation that, you know, I was just trying to be a citizen, a good Samaritan to my neighborhood.
Yo.
Oh, you know this
already? I
edited
the video.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. But let's go. I edited the video at my station.
But were you working for them?
Yes. This is 2017 or 18.
Okay, because I thought you were working for 3.
I am working for 3.
Oh, but you used to work for them.
But we also got the story. We got the story too.
Y'all reached out to me, but I said no because it was an Asian girl. Yeah. And she reached out and was like,
what is
can
going
you come answer?
on?
And I was like.
Because she asked me.
Yeah, she was trying to. She probably saw that we were mutual friends because I said it was about the time that we knew each other.
I remember this. Please, let's do this. Please,
so then it's not going to be.
No, it will. But I edited the video though. Because I remember
but
sending it to the people in the
I never
group
saw
chat.
one from y'all's.
No, you physically was in theirs, but the story of because you talking about the cat, right?
So y'all stole the story.
No, it wasn't it was a story that everybody had because it was local. But you actually gave a soundbite to them, like they actually pulled up on you.
That's hilarious.
But how come you never brought it up?
Because I don't think at that time we was like had each other's numbers or anything.
Okay. What is going on? Hold up.
but we was in the
What's
group
the
chat.
story?
Right. No, I'm gonna let you tell. Just go ahead and tell it. Just go ahead and tell it.
Y'all stole the story.
It was a local story. It wasn't
local. I gave the story.
It was a freaking Bobcat in Hampton Roads roaming around.
Right.
Wait, hold up. Tell the story from the beginning.
It was terrifying.
And I discovered it.
Right, but that's a local event that happened. It's not like it's not Drew's story.
I contacted News 13. I chose which one I wanted to contact.
By the way, was that one of your plays too? Who did you know there that you was trying to get with? But anyway, but when things happen in the area, especially something like that, that's like out of the norm, everybody.
It's funny that Drew thinks he owns something that happened.
You took it to the news.
It's funny that now that I look back on it.
Because then you post the video?
Now that I look back on it.
You think you're a celeb, huh?
No.
Look back on what?
Now that I look back on it, the fact that he said, was that one of your plays too? Who did you send it to?
Oh, that's why?
No, I'm just saying. It's
you strategically told people you found a cat so you could get at some news goodie? This dude here, he stopped at nothing, man. I tell you what, for some news goodie?
Yo, what are you... You sound like someone swallowed a whistle. You seen Frosty the Snowman, the policeman? It was so...
News Goodie.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Something is wrong with me. And you know what? I was up at my brother's painting, and my sister-in-law said she's been watching the pod, and she said something is wrong with me.
I agree. So News Goodie, man. of all plays to make. Some News Goodie, man. All right.
That's funny because I approached this story as I don't know how I got myself in this situation.
Okay, let's do it.
But you found out.
I did.
Why?
I heard of your escapades.
Yeah. How did people know?
You posted it on Facebook.
Look, I don't know a thing. Can you tell me the story?
Yeah, no. But I'm saying, how did you know that was my play?
Because that's your play with everything.
Yeah, that was just, I was just guessing. I'm just saying, like, for you to sit here and say that you specifically chose 13 when there's 3 local channels, right. It's like, what kind of roulette game was you playing? There had to be a reason.
But yeah, but it could just be because
that was your favorite channel?
No. It wasn't because I was after the News Goodie, even though I might have been.
You wanted some News Goodie. That's what the play was.
It's funny because there may have been some truth in that, but I only knew 13 because I knew people from there.
Okay. So you thought
I didn't know anybody from 3 or 10.
Okay.
So if the Goodie had been at 10, then 10 would have got the story. But that's what I'm saying. I specifically contacted 13
for some News Goodie. Right? That's what the play was. The News Goodie sent you to 13.
Let's fill Kemp in because he's lost.
I'm so lost.
Oh, man. That's crazy. I'm really finding out a lot about myself on this pod.
Oh, for sure. This was a great time, by the way. I enjoyed that story.
So, I come home.
Okay.
And, Jay already knows the story, so I'm just telling you. Minding my own business, something kind of crosses my back window. Matter of fact, I don't even got to tell the story. Like we said, it's documented on the news. So let me just go ahead and pull it up for you.
What? This is crazy.
All right, so let's pull it up.
Not what you want to see in your backyard. 13 News Now, a viewer, Andrew Catlin, sent us this video of a large cat wandering through a Virginia Beach neighborhood just off Shore Drive.
Andrew thought it was a bobcat. We want to know how you would react if you saw this animal in your yard. Go to 13 News.
Liger in his backyard.
Yeah, see? It was it wasn't the Goodie that I was after. It was an honest community effort to save the neighborhood.
Right, for some Goodie.
Go to 13newsnow.com/vote. Your choices are scream, lock your doors,
like you ain't in the house.
I was scared.
Reporter Jimmy Lee talked to an animal expert who says the big cat is not a bobcat.
It was a little terrifying, to be honest. I'm a big, tough guy, but a cat that big.
Lurking in his backyard, just feet away from his house.
Terrifying, to be honest.
Big, tough guy, you say.
He looks...
Just said he was terrified. They said he was a big, tough guy.
He looks like someone looking for their 10-second of fame. He was so excited.
Why was you so far away?
He's like...
They were shooting from across the street?
Right, let's go back. Why am I in the corner?
You chose that angle
the big cat is not a bobcat.
Nah, they told me to.
It was a little terrifying.
Look at the way he swam back and forth.
I'm a big, tough guy, but a cat that big.
Lurking in his backyard, just feet away from his house, Andrew Catlin spotted what he thought was a bobcat.
He stopped right about here, kind of looked into my window. So I took out my phone and just tried to snap a quick video of him.
This is the second time he saw the animal roaming his neighborhood.
I know kids play right around here. There's like a yard to the
side. He was trying to save the kids.
Concerned about the children who play outside, Andrew contacted us for help, and we took these videos to biologist Pete Ocker.
First thing I can say for certain is it's not a bobcat and it's not a mountain lion.
After some research, Pete determined it was a large domestic cat.
It appears to be what is called a Savannah cat, which is a hybrid of a domestic cat and a serval, which is an African.
Bobcats have shorter tails. Their facial characteristics are different, and they're typically lankier. Pete says bobcats are common in Virginia Beach, and they're not known to be aggressive. But if you do see one, be cautious, as any wild animal can be unpredictable.
Okay.
Jemmy Lee, 13 News Now.
All right, Savannah cats are expensive. The price varies depending on the breed.
Now, the F1 Savannah kitten, which have the largest percentage of wild African serval in them.
Chasing some Goodie, man.
So you knew the whole time about this video?
Yep.
So you never thought to, like, once we met, or once we started like interacting more, you weren't like, oh, by the way.
Can I tell you my reaction? Yeah. When I saw it.
Is that why you?
I laughed right away.
But that's the thing. It's like it happened so fast. So I did kind of like find myself in a situation where I was like, I took out my phone and I might have, I think I was on the phone as a matter of fact. And I was like, yo, I just saw a bobcat in my backyard, and I sent it to my friend, and they were like, I was like, what should I do? Should I notify someone? And I think it might have been their idea. They were like, okay, contact the news. And I was like, I know somebody at the news station.
Who is it?
This might be an opportunity to reach out to the news station and
make a play.
Provide them with content, with stories. So I reached out to
the young lady.
It just so happened to be a
woman.
A woman.
Okay.
In this instance. And so I reached out to her and I said, hey, I
give you this video, you give me some Goodie. Am I gonna get the Goodie if I give you this video, am I gonna get some Goodie?
From, yeah.
This video for the Goodie. Okay, all right.
You know,
fair exchange is what you would say.
Exchange.
Okay, I got you.
You know. Yeah, that's funny, yo.
I applaud your efforts. Where did it get you?
I'm not even doing that on purpose.
Did it get you what you were looking for?
Broken radiator.
Right.
It didn't work out. I tried to
What did work out?
News
your
story.
First play was a trophy to try to gain.
He just been hollering at people this whole episode.
He will stop at nothing, is what some would say. Wow.
I need to.
You're a character, man.
Stand up guys. Right here,
I think
there's two stand up guys here.
I think we should take a.
You ain't one of them,
I think
buddy.
we should take a week off. Or no, not a week. I think we should take some time off.
No, we need to come right back tomorrow.
I need to reevaluate my. I need to reevaluate myself. You know, I'm being serious. I know we make a lot of. I know nothing's ever that serious, but this is pretty serious.
You know what? Let me. Yes.
This is a problem.
This is bad, bro. Because this happened years ago. So you could have been like, I've changed since then, but you were right back to your old tricks today. In fact, live for the people. Can we do we're going to have to record a therapy session, your therapy session next for our next featurette.
Yeah, we need
show Drew with the therapist. This is bad, bro.
This is bad. I don't even think.
What would you say this comes from?
I think it all stems back to the story what I need to talk about. Yeah, it does.
We need to lead into that with you need to go to therapy.
No.
And then tell the story.
Yeah. I think you're right. It's time. This troubled behavior, there's a reason behind it.
Okay.
I got you. For me, it's peanuts.
Right.
For Jay, it's a bad haircut. And for Drew.
Well, it's a good haircut. They was hating, though.
It's time to come clean.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to do that next week.
That's right.
But
until then, we do have a sign.
We have a sign.
We got a hoop.
We got a hoop.
You got Andy.
And we got
we got Jay.
I'm just ashamed of myself. So,
some news.
If they don't come back next week,
I know why.
I won't.
If y'all do not come back next week,
I will understand. We want them. I want you to come back, but if we don't,
on the road to one stack, and you tell them something like
compromising. I'm compromising our growth for.
Where's the integrity?
Some Goodie.
News Goodie.
And not even regular Goodie. So
for news Goodie, man. For the news.
I compromised everything.
And we confirmed it didn't work.
I gotta
I want to apologize for him. Right. I don't even know if he can even dig himself out of this.
I don't know if there's anything that I can do to.
You got a mom that watches. Right. You got siblings that watch. You got people that look up to you.
Right.
That's gonna watch this.
Yeah.
And say, "News Goodie, man, you are sick."
But yeah, y'all come back next week. I'm gonna try to redeem myself, or at least
it's gonna get worse.
Explain to y'all why I'm. It is gonna get worse, but it's gonna get better. After it gets worse, it's gonna get better.
I'll hold you to that.
Okay.
Thank
you for watching another episode. This is Nothing's Ever That Serious.
Get us to a stack.
And
get us to a stack.
Get us to a stack, please.
Roll to a stack.
Get us to a stack.
And maybe you. Where's our trophy?
Maybe.
All-star. Maybe you could be an all-star.
Maybe you can. I don't know. We gotta end this.
Nothing's ever that serious.
We gotta cut this.
It's all plastic.
Jay with the jokes, funny guy. Drew with the blah blah, telling crazy stories for a lifetime. Kemp got the wisdom for him, like nothing's ever that serious. And if you don't listen, then you're delirious.
Bro, you can't say that. Why not? Because we're live. I just said nothing's ever that serious.